When it comes to verbalizing exactly how most sane people feel about Donald Trump, it comes down to the fact that there really aren't enough expletives to get your point across. He's as horrific as a person as he is as a leader, and has absolutely no place being near the Oval Office. One paper, a German paper called Der Spiegel, has perfectly put into words how most sane Americans, no, the world, feels about Trump. The author is Klaus Brinkbaumer, and the man is a damn genius, if you ask me. The article's entitled, "It's Time to Get Rid of Donald Trump, a Danger to the World." Here's what it says, quote, "Donald Trump has transformed the United States into a laughingstock, and he is a danger to the world. He must be removed from the White House before things get even worse. Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States. He does not possess the requisite intellect and does not understand the significance of the office he holds nor the tasks associated with it. He doesn't read. He doesn't bother to peruse important files and intelligence reports and knows little about the issues that he has identified as his priorities. His decisions are capricious, and they are delivered in the form of tyrannical decrees." Hot damn! Now that's something the majority of Americans agree with, as more Americans support Trump's impeachment than approve of the job he's doing in the White House. And seeing as Trump overwhelmingly lost the popular vote in the 2016 election and only became president through the constitutional fluke known as the Electoral College, most Americans never even wanted this maniacal man-child in the White House to begin with. But this writer in Der Spiegel really sums up the case against him best, saying, quote, "He is a man free of morals and has demonstrated hundreds of times he is a liar, a racist, and a cheat. I feel ashamed to use these words, as sharp and loud as they are, but if they apply to anyone, they apply to Trump. And one of the media's tasks is to continue telling things as they are. Trump has to be removed from the White House, quickly. He is a danger to the world. Trump is also a miserable boss. His people invent excuses for him and lie on his behalf because they have to. And then Trump wakes up and posts tweets that contradicts what they have said. He doesn't care that his spokesman, his Secretary of State, his national security advisor had just denied that the president had handed Russia, of all countries, sensitive intelligence gleaned from Israel, of all countries. Trump tweeted, yes, I did, because I can. I'm president after all." The article then goes on from there with a skillful and articulate criticism, but the final paragraph, that's where he deserves a damn Pulitzer Prize. Check it out. Quote, "In Game of Thrones, the Mad King was murdered, and the child that later took his place was no better. In real life, an immature boy sits on the throne of the most important country in the world. He could at any time issue a catastrophic order that would immediately be carried out. That is why the parents cannot afford to take their eyes off of him for even a second. They cannot succumb to exhaustion because he is so taxing. They ultimately have to send him to his room and return power to the grown-ups." Well played, sir. Well played. Ist sehr gut. And as for our message to the world, in response, rest assured that the grown-ups here in the U.S. realize that our very own version of King Nero can potentially condemn the world to a nuclear winter and has already taken dramatic steps to help make global warming even worse. We know just how dangerous he can become, given the least little bit of liberty of action, which is why so many Americans are taking action to resist his regime. That's why the resistance has been hitting the streets week after week, occupying senators' offices here in the States. And over 10 million Americans have become politically active since the 2016 election in nonviolent direct action against the Trump regime. And it seems that Mad King Trump is getting the same treatment by our European counterparts during the G20 summit in Germany this week, with Germans of good conscience flooding the streets to protest Trump's dangerous reign in America. And it even got so bad in England that they rescinded the offer to have Trump visit the country because they were worried that millions of people would protest his appearance in Parliament. Maybe if we get enough Americans in the streets while Trump is on his European vacation, then Congress will tell Trump he's not welcome back in America due to his impending impeachment and potential imprisonment for treason. I'm Ryan Clayton. This is Content News. Come back daily for the news where we're free to share the truth. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook. And watch more videos.